I was sitting in a little office at Holder Construction, working on an estimate. And around the corner came this individual I didn't know. He had a big smile on his face, walked in, outstretched hand, and he said, "I'm Doug Davidson. I just wanted to welcome you here." Such a small little character trait, but that's what Doug is all about. And Doug and I, while we were on some of our ventures, sitting on a ski lift, thinking about different names for the company, Doug did not want to start off with his name. He wanted it to be a name that people would recognize and all that, and not so much about who he was.
The first time that I'd asked him, what did you name this thing? And he told me New South. And I said, well, gee, why didn't you name it Doug Davidson Construction? He said, well, while that would be a fine name, he just said, I wanted it to stand for more than Doug Davidson. You know, it was all about how the South, you know, was evolving and changing, and his company wanted to reflect that.
I needed someone I knew was going to have my back when the going gets tough, because we know every construction project's got its challenges. None of them's going to be perfect, and I knew this one was going to be especially challenging. I would do another project any day of the week with Doug Davidson, no question, because when the going gets tough, he is there and has as much commitment to a solution as I did.
Being married to Doug is a dream come true. He is the kind of person that you pray for your children to have one day, someone who's got the qualities that Doug Davidson has. He is encouraging and trustworthy. He's got unbelievable integrity. He's got the best character I've ever known in a man. And there's not one second of the day that I don't feel loved by Doug Davidson.
I think growing up, I felt like I was always naturally a leader, but I think a lot of that kind of came from my dad. In any situation, he always would get to know everyone in the room, and I think that that is very important in business, and it has brought him very far in his career.
He's just driven. He realizes that each day is a gift, you know what I mean? And he wakes up, I mean, shoot, crack of dawn, and it's like 5 a.m. and works his tail off all day. And is really driven to do better in this world, if that makes sense, and help others.
The culture of New South embodies the person that Doug Davidson is. He's always responsible, he's reliable, he is a highly competitive person.
Doug is just a straight up person, right? He's just gonna bring honesty and transparency to the table. That's the way that it is. His door has always been open.
Doug is a fantastic worker, but he's also fun to be around. You know, he's somebody who understands what the job is. He takes it seriously, but as many people know, he walks around with a big smile on his face. So he's also he's just fun to be around. He's always joking or saying something that's funny, but understands at the end of the day, these are really important projects.
So he started a business, he grew a business, he stayed committed to his community and his industry. And the only way I think you can do that is to have a sense of humor and just keep things light. And to me, that's when I think about Doug Davidson, that's what I think of. It's just his sense of humor. Every time I see him, the very first thing I see is that big smile on his face. And I think there's something to that. I think he just keeps things light, and that, you know, that allows him to handle a lot of heavy responsibilities.
First of all, he's been a really good friend to me. I mean, he's the kind of guy you can count on, call on, you know he's there. But more than anything else, you hear people say, he's been a mentor, he's been a confidant, he's been a consultant. His impact on so many companies and so many families is pretty extensive.
I think Doug is transitioning from being not only a one-of-a-kind leader, he's becoming a really wonderful mentor to these younger folks that are coming in the business now. He takes the time now to really listen to them, and if they want to meet with him, to meet with him. And it brings him such joy to watch these people grow and succeed.
people respect him so much, but they also really enjoy being around him, and they enjoy the time with him, and they know that, you know, if he's around, he's going to bring a light and a joy, but he's also going to get the job done, and it doesn't matter what it takes.
I think what Doug really built here is, yeah, we build buildings, but he built a culture, both internally and the way that we treat clients, that everybody still kind of lives in the culture that he originally built in 1990. And despite our growth and changes as we get larger, that culture really is what continues to bind us together and allow us a great kind of catapult for continued growth.
He's always delivered on whatever he said he would do. We've been in some tough situations together and always found a way to basically make it work.
Whether it's a guy in the field, an hourly guy in the field, whether it's our custodian, or whether it's a client, a valued client, Doug is so incredible about treating people exactly the same way.
Perfect example of what I would like to be as a father one day if I'm, you know, blessed enough to, you know, be given that. I don't think I'd change anything he did. I'd copy it verbatim, honestly.
So this is a real special honor to get a chance to say congratulations to Doug Davidson.
I just am so thrilled for him receiving this honor and this award. Nobody deserves it more.
I'm so proud of him. Not only that as a friend, but as a partner of so many years, because we've been able to stand by what we've done and who we've worked with and capture the essence of what I think construction is all about.